here we are. Not in the shop, but we're gonna get there. I am gonna talk about this ring today. Yesterday I did a video of casting silver with an Oxy Acetylene torch, and I had a really good pour, and I did well with it. And my cat is chewing on... Hey! You don't... She's chewing on the Ethernet. No! Hey! You serious? You gonna chew on the Ethernet cable? Come on. That's not even right. Welcome back. Yesterday I filmed a whole video of casting silver in, casting using Oxy Acetylene to heat up in the crucible rather than a big forge. And I was trying to do it fairly quickly, so it wasn't this huge process. I wanted to see how fast I could get this done. And unfortunately, the last video that I took, it had the actual pour and then the cleanup. For some reason, I always get out of sync with the GoPro and I lost all the footage. I didn't lose it, it never took it. And here we are today, and I'm trying to figure out what I was going to do to fix this issue because it was a cool video. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to tell you about what's up because in the other video I didn't. A long time ago, I made this ring in aluminum in a shop in my relative's property in Nevada. There was this big washer. It's about a quarter inch, almost a quarter inch thick, about a quarter inch thick. It was a big washer. I drilled it out with tools. There was no lathe or anything. I just drilled it out with the tools I had available, filed it down, and made all these different facets that kind of oppose each other. So if you flip it, it goes back and forth. If you can kind of get that kind of a zigzaggy back and forth. There's a slight push on one side, slight push on the other. You know, you can probably see that. I made a copy of this afterwards, years down the road. I made a silver version, and what happened was, when I poured it, it had a break where there was an air bubble in it, and I thought it was quite unique, and it actually, here's the picture of it over here. I thought it was cool, and it was perfect for a long time, and then the other day I got really antsy, and I started sticking my thumb in it, and then pulling apart on it just to see if I could make it a little bit wider, and then I ended up compromising it, and it broke, as you see here. Wah, wah, wah. So it broke, and I said, oh, well, that's all right. I'm going to just recast it. So I already have the original, which is this. So I recasted it, and I lost all the footage yesterday, so didn't get it, as I said. So we're going to do something today where I show you what I made. Ba-bam! Here's the copy of it. So here's the original, here's the copy in silver. This weighs 0.7 ounces, which is 20 grams, 19 or 20 grams. So what I'm going to do, since we had a failure yesterday to record, and I made a copy of this ring here, we're going to take this today and cast it. So I'm going to use this as the original. And I also left some detail in here because I kind of like where you can see where the sprue was attached. Can I focus on that? There's a little bit of defects, but every time I polish it, those are going to get further and further away. So I left them intentionally. I could polish this up just like I did on this one, but I kind of like having those also as a point of reference, seeing as there isn't a big break in this one like the other one that you just saw on screen. This one kind of serves as that all the way around point. So if I have it on my thumb and I'm twisting it, I know when I get this point, there it is, I can feel it with my finger. And I keep twisting. And then when it comes back around again, I know it's there. See, that's just what happens. When you fidget, you understand what I'm talking about. So I will explain no more about that. And I'm going to try to do this in I don't want to say as fast as I can because that sounds unsafe, but I want to try to do it in a timely fashion. Where I just pretty much break everything I did down yesterday into as fast as I can do it, including setup and heating with the torch and all that. So we're going to try this, and hopefully it works out on the first attempt. Yesterday I got it on the third try, which means I had to make the mold 3 times. Third time's a charm. Sometimes you just don't get a good pour. We're going to go down to the shop, we're going to put this ring in the Delft Clay, and we're going to go outside, and then we're going to burn up some silver and see if we can't make a copy of a copy. So then I'll have 3 of these things. You want to start off with a clean bench. You want a ring. You want your mold. I made this out of metal that you can get from Home Depot. These are some brackets and just some metal that I bent and pop riveted in to give it the registration, and you can bend these in to adjust the amount of hold it has. I typically will do this and then wrap wire around it just to be on the safe side. Let's see if I can do this in less than 30 minutes or so. Not this, but the whole thing. I have extra silver here, and I'm probably going to end up including that. I don't know, that might be enough in there, but I might take a piece of this. We'll see, maybe I'll just weigh it. To get started, here's what we do. This is the bottom, this is what I'm considering the top. We're going to take our clay. This is Delft Clay. I have extra over here. And basically what you want to do is break up any big chunks that you may have. The smaller this is, the better. Alright, then you go ahead and pop your mold in there. So there's your face. Let's use some of the trusty Gold Bond. Rub it on there. Again, this is all quick. I'm not even using all the proper tools. Normally I'd use a little brush for that. Put some on the ring itself. This is the part where the sprue came in last time. There was a thinner wall there, so I figure if I make that any bigger, that should be at the top. So if there's anything to work with, it'll be at the top. I'm going to try to center the ring. Give it enough for the funnel, plus a little bit of a drip, probably right in dead center is about right. And we're going to want to push this in halfway. There's about halfway. Okay, now all you do is put your top on. Make sure that's flush all the way around, which it is. And then we're going to fill this up. Maybe a little bit of this for good measure. Put some more of that in there. You want to make sure it's good around the ring itself so you have plenty there.
Just grab some of the good stuff over here.
Looks good to me. Flat that side out. I usually just clean that up with my hand so it's not fuzzy. It kind of gets fuzzy if you just scrape it. So, all right. And then what I do is take my knife here and I start cutting into the mold to make the funnel here. It's a little bit of reference so when you open it you know where to cut your sprue hole. I guess it would be the fill hole. Looks pretty good. Oops. If you get any problems, just go ahead and there it is. Okay, now this should separate nicely. There it is. Perfect. What I normally will do is take a pick and just push on the edge of the ring. Yep, that's enough to probably loosen it. Yep. Ring falls out. We're going to use the same blade here. And because there's no edge on this one, I'm going to use this one for the sprues. Basically, what I do is put a slice at the bottom that doesn't vent, and then a vent at the top so the air can escape. You want a good flow, but you don't want to lose your silver. So, what I found on my last one is if I add a couple channels like this, if they don't pop out, you can help with this. Just give it some place for air to go. And then a couple on the sides, and these actually will vent out.
And these I'll put a hole all the way through. Okay, those look pretty good. Make sure those holes are clear up top because you want the air to escape. Looks good. Okay, and now maybe a couple this way.
Maybe just get away with one that way. Let's try it.
Let's try it.
Alright, now we just cut the channel to get the silver into the ring, which we do again with a nice straight. Even this is bending, so that's not good.
Nice recut. Nice funnel shape. That was a little bit to the left, so this one a little bit to the right. See how those holes line up?
That looks pretty good. Maybe a little more on this one. Just for good measure. If there's anything that sticks up, if you push it down, you're better off, because if it's a little bumpy, you can smooth it out, but if it goes in, you can't get that material back. So that looks good to me. Alright, so we've got a copy. Got these two parts putting back together. Got the 3 holes in there for air. You can see all the way in. And what we do at the end, just for safety's sake, and twist this on here. That'll stop any movement this way. Get the Oxy Acetylene torch set up. And we're ready to go. Let's hope for the best, eh? Do we need any of this stuff? No. Silver. 30 grams and the other one's 20. I think that's probably enough. Holy shit. I think it worked. there you have it. I think it worked. So just snip off anything we might want to save for later. And just like always, get in here with the Dremel. Ugh, I got so much crap in here right now. My God. Love the air compressor. First things first. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some of this down here. Now, if you know me, you know I'm one for character, so all these little things don't bother me. I'm not trying to go for perfect here. The idea that it's a hand-forged circle is good enough for me. Just trying to take off any of the high spots before I move over to the other. And then, what we do, we go to the deburring wheel first, which is down here. Put these guys on. It's looking pretty. I like the organic feel of it with the errors. I love that stuff. Personally, I mean, I could redo this and get it perfect, or just keep sanding, but I like that. Look, now we just got to deal with the middle part here. Oh yeah, that's nice. Really nice. And as you can see, I'm kind of putting pressure on one side and rotating the ring around the middle. And while I'm doing that, it also helps put a smaller, like kind of a rounder edge on the inside of the band. I think that's good. Maybe I should do the one from yesterday. Might as well just do the one from yesterday too. All right. I'm happy with that. Well, okay, well, you've got your original. You've got yesterday's and today's. Little character, got a little something going on there, but I think I like them this way. I mean, if I was going to do these again for someone or for perfection, yeah, I could do it again. Although the first one yesterday was fine, I just need to buff it more. I just happen to leave those rings because I really like the character, like I said. So, here again. Two of them side by side. And they're still fun to play with. They've got character, so in your finger you can find these little nooks and crannies. And it's exactly what it's supposed to be, is to fidget when you're feeling like you need to. See that? That's how we do. Take them off, put them on a different finger, put them on the middle. See this one, then you can... That's how we do. It's good stuff. I'm happy with the results. And the moral of the story is it doesn't take very long. As long as you have a kind of a torch or something. You don't need... you can do this with map gas as well. You can heat up silver with map gas. It just takes a lot longer. But Oxy Acetylene works really quick. Melts that silver like nobody's business. And now I've got 2 new rings, and I can probably retire the aluminum first one and use it for a keepsake. Or if I ever mess these up, I can remake them again. But I've got the original, and now I've got the new ones for the new times. That's all I got to say about this one. I appreciate you coming along for the ride. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the down below there, and we'll see what we can do to help you out. And until the next one, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please comment, like, subscribe. No trolling.